Yo, yo, what's good, world? It's your boy Young Ames. I'm out here right now. I'm in Great Falls, Montana. I recently spent some time down in my hometown, down in Melbourne, Florida. You know what I'm saying? Brevard County, over there close to the beach. I went back there for Christmas 2015 to be able to spend some time with them and stuff. Wanted to visit with everybody. It had been about a year and a half. The last time we were there was last summer when I was putting together some music videos. Last summer when that crazy accident with the camper had happened. And yeah, I just wanted to be able to go back and kick it with them. So I decided to put together a vlog, another one of the day in the life vlogs for you guys, so you could, you know what I'm saying, check it out and be able to see kind of how it is. Some of the time I might talk a lot about it, and being able to put it into a visual perspective, I feel like it helps to really capture the moment a little bit more than to, you know, just hear somebody talk about it. You know, you might hear somebody describing a story about something and you picture it in your head a lot, but then actually being able to sit there and see a real video of it can really be able to help. It's such a great place, you know. I mean, it was kind of crazy because growing up as a kid and stuff, and you know, being born in New York and then moving down to Florida, I never really took pride in being where I was from. You know, I mean, I lived there for 17, almost 18 years before I moved up here to Great Falls, and being able to move out to a place like this that has mountains and scenery and bears and rivers and no ocean, and it, you know, goes below 50 degrees, and there's so many differences about it. I mean, there's no sales tax, the cost of living is way cheaper, the people just act way differently. You can't speed around nearly as much as people do in Florida, especially when the roads get icy and snowy out there. So to come from a place like Florida and live there for so long and go to a place like Montana, it was way different. And one of the things I've always kind of realized as I was a kid, something my dad taught me all the time that I spent with him and traveling and stuff, was that going to different places and really being able to realize, you know, how they are and how the people are and how they interact, and being able to really immerse yourself in a culture and be able to experience what it's like is really such an experience. I mean, it being able to go through something like that, it can be amazing, and it can be wonderful, you know. And as a kid, I was fortunate enough for my father to take me out to places like this, like Montana and Idaho and Wyoming, and way down south to the Caribbean, where I get to go out and swim amongst a reef that's 100 feet long, looking down on this water that's 100 feet deep and completely crystal clear, and there's these reefs and stingrays and fishes. And then, you know, on the other hand, coming out to places like this where I get to look at the mountains and the scenery and really be able to experience it it's such a beautiful thing, you know. And I love it so much. And even as a kid, I could see that I love to travel. And then now, growing into an adult and a young adult, I can really see that, and it helps quite a bit, you know. So because of it, one of the things that I put on my bucket list was to go to each 50 states in the US and be able to get a shot glass from each, just kind of as a little sort of, you know, memorabilia. Last summer, when we did all of our traveling and we drove all the way down to Florida, and then we cut our way back up directly from Florida to Montana, it allowed us to be able to cover a lot of ground. So I was able to go to a lot of different places, and I think so far I'm up to about 38 or so. But anyway, being able to travel and go around to these different places, man, has been such an experience. That, and you know, now that I've been seeing this girl Jamie for, you know, a while now, we just passed our 9-month mark, I got to take her along with me, and she loved it. She had such a great time. She had been to Florida a couple times beforehand growing up as a kid. Her dad had taken her out there, but it was the first time she got to go to the ocean. And you know, for me, like, I grew up in it, you know, I've been to the ocean a million times, so it was a little different for me. But anyway, It was a really great time. We got to go to Universal Studios and check out a lot of the new stuff. As a kid, it was really different because Universal Studios Islands of Adventures had just opened up, and they really started to invest their money, it seems like, just in Islands of Adventure. So Universal was the one with all the old dull rides, and then Islands of Adventure was the one with all the awesome new rides and stuff. But now at Universal Studios, they got the Transformers 3D. Highly recommended. My favorite ride of all the rides that we went on throughout the day. They still got the E.T. ride. That was pretty cool. They got the new Harry Potter world, which was awesome. We got to try Butterbeer. We got to ride the Escape from Gringotts Bank, which was really cool. It was a little short, but it was still awesome nonetheless. Both of those rides, the Transformers and the Harry Potter one, are 3D. The Harry Potter world was really cool. They had a lot of different shops and stuff, and I really felt like they captured the theme of it. And yeah, it was such an awesome time. It was so great being able to go there. Another great thing that was great was being able to visit with my family and my cousins and my aunts and my uncles. I got a lot of my dad's artwork. Fortunately enough, my aunt gave it to me, so I was able to capture some of my dad's artwork that I got. And you know, I got that on the way up here now. And then another great thing was being able to visit with my cousins. Pretty much all of my family, we play music, and on Christmas when we got together this year, we played a ton of songs, probably like 30 or 40 different songs. And in my time living up here in Montana, I've invested a lot of it in progressing myself as a guitarist. I started playing guitar and really being involved in it when I was 16, and I'm 26 now. So being able to progress and learn a lot more over the years has been great. And now I kind of felt rewarded just because I was able to, you know, keep up and play along with all of my cousins and stuff and all the different songs that we were playing. And it was just a really great time. I had such a great time being able to go and visit and enjoy the 80-degree weather, whereas there's the snow outside here in Montana. I still think it's really refreshing because, you know, growing up in Florida, I got so used to the heat, you know, and then now coming out to weather like this, it's a breath of fresh air. I mean, it gets really cold when it gets down to those crazy negative temperatures and it gets windy, but it's still really great. And yeah, it was really wonderful. So yeah, this was really good, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So peace.
And the fingers fall.